Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we are taking a bit of a detour from our usual stack of journals and reports.
A little bit.
We're going somewhere a little darker, I think, a little more atmospheric. We're analyzing a text that, it honestly kept me up last night.
Hmm.
It's the lyrics to a song called The Ballad of Chandra by the artist Donny Doom.
Right. And before you think you've clicked on the wrong show, we should be really clear. We are not here to talk about the music itself.
No, not at all. No melody, no guitar chords.
Absolutely not.
Huh.
We're treating this strictly as a text. Because when you strip away all the instrumentation and just look at the words on the page, it really doesn't read like a song. It feels more like a witness statement.
Or a cold case file.
Yes, exactly. A cold case file somebody left on a park bench.
That is the perfect way to put it. It has this immediate noir vibe, you read the first few lines and you can almost smell the rain on the pavement.
And the stale cigarette smoke.
Exactly, but unlike a lot of noir, which can be sort of vague and moody, this is incredibly specific. It's a puzzle. We have names, locations, a very clear threat.
It's a narrative puzzle, and that's our mission for this deep dive. To piece it together, we need to figure out the relationship between, three key things.
I think so.
A missing woman named Chandra, a powerful figure called Mr. C, and this looming scandal that's threatening to just destroy a career.
It really feels like we're dusting for fingerprints on a crime scene.
We basically are. The songwriter, Donny Doom, he uses such precise language. He drops clues like breadcrumbs, words like intern, landslide, and Rock Creek Park.
Yeah.
These aren't just there because they rhyme, they're evidence.
So let's open the case file. I want to start right at the top with the very first stanza. The way this thing opens, it just sets a hook in you immediately. The line is, "In the event of something happening to me."
And let's just pause on that. In the event of something happening to me, that is such a loaded phrase. It's so formal, isn't it?
Oh.
Almost bureaucratic.
Completely.
Yeah.
You don't say that to a friend over coffee. That's the language of an affidavit.
Or a last will and testament.
Exactly.
It's what you'd call a dead man's switch in storytelling. The narrator is setting up a contingency plan from line one. They're telling us, the listener, that they are anticipating their own removal from the story.
Right. They've already calculated the odds, and the odds aren't good.
No.
It casts this shadow over everything that follows. It kind of implies that by the time we're even hearing these words, the event has already happened.
We're listening to a ghost.
Yeah. We're not watching a story unfold in real time. The narrator isn't just scared. They are resigned.
And that resignation makes the next line hit so much harder.
Yeah.
Immediately after setting this up, the narrator reveals the payload.
Yeah?
The lyrics say, "There is something I would like you all to see. It's just a photograph of someone that I knew."
Just a photograph. I love the use of the word just there. It's so understated.
Right, like, oh, it's nothing, just a little trinket.
Yeah, but in a mystery, a photograph is never just a photograph.
It's the ultimate proof. Think about it. In this world of secret deals, documents can be shredded, digital files can be wiped, rumors can be denied. But a photograph,
It's physical.
a photograph captures proximity. It says undeniably, I was here, you were here, we were together. It's a link you can't talk your way out of.
And the phrasing, "someone that I knew," past tense, that's just heartbreaking. It implies the subject of the photo is already gone. And then we get the name. Have you seen Chandra?
And this is where the text gives us a crucial piece of the profile. It refers to her as a lovely intern.
We have to unpack that word, intern. It's doing so much work in that one sentence.
It really is. It changes the entire gravity of the situation. If the lyric had been, "Have you seen my wife or my business partner?" we'd be dealing with a tragedy between equals. But intern,
It establishes a massive hierarchy.
immediately.
An intern is usually young, right? They're often temporary. They're at the absolute bottom of the organizational ladder. They're vulnerable.
And they're often invisible. These high-powered environments, interns are the people who are in the room but are sort of expected to be part of the furniture
They hear things they shouldn't.
because no one thinks they matter enough to be a threat. By calling Chandra a lovely intern, the songwriter is highlighting her fragility in this world. She's the classic David figure, but without the slingshot.
And facing her is the Goliath, the antagonist of this song, the mysterious Mr. C.
The figure looming over the whole narrative?
And the chorus, it's a direct confrontation. Have you seen Chandra, Mr. C? It's not a question for the police or the public. It's pointed right at him.
It feels like an interrogation, doesn't it?
It does.
The narrator isn't asking if he knows something. The implication is that he must know.
Yeah.
It's an accusation wrapped in a question mark.
But who is this Mr. C? The song doesn't give us a full name, but it gives us something, maybe something better. It gives us a motive and a profession hidden in a metaphor.
Ah, yes.
The line is, "Don't go talking too loud, you'll lose a landslide, Mr. C."
Lose a landslide. This is the line that cracked the code for me.
It's such a specific phrase. I mean, a landslide is a natural disaster. You survive one, you don't lose one.
Exactly. There's really only one context in English where you win or lose a landslide.
Politics.
Politics.
Oh!
Elections.
A landslide victory.
Precisely. With that one word, Donnie Doom tells us exactly who Mr. C is without ever having to say senator or congressman.
Mr. C is
The politician. And not just any politician, a successful one. Someone with a mandate.
but a mandate that's apparently very fragile. Don't go talking too loud.
And there's the threat. His power, his landslide, it's entirely dependent on his public image. It's dependent on silence.
So if he talks, if the truth about the lovely intern comes out,
The landslide just evaporates.
it raises the stakes from a personal tragedy to a public scandal. And usually when powerful men are protecting a landslide, they get dangerous.
Which brings us to the setting. This is where the song moves from a vague threat to a terrifying reality. The lyrics take us to a specific place, Rock Creek Park.
Don't go jogging in Rock Creek Park, Mr. C. Now, I have to jump in here because for anyone who hasn't spent time in D.C., we need to explain what Rock Creek Park is.
Please do.
It's this huge, winding urban forest that cuts right through the middle of the city. It's beautiful. It's where everyone goes to jog, cycle, walk their dogs. It's a place of leisure.
But the lyrics corrupt that image. Don't go jogging. Jogging is such a mundane, healthy thing to do. It's what a politician does for a photo op, right?
Yeah.
To show he's fit for office.
Right, he's out there shaking hands, getting his miles in, but the narrator is warning him away from it. Why?
Because of the juxtaposition. The song contrasts the leisure of the park with his profound dread. The implication is that the park, well, it isn't just a park anymore.
It's a crime scene.
Or worse, a burial ground.
The lyrics actually go there. Later in the song it says, maybe someone is buried underground.
And when you connect buried underground with Rock Creek Park, the picture becomes very, very grim. The park is a place of concealment. The landslide is protected by whatever is hidden in those woods.
It creates this chilling image for me. You have Mr. C, maybe in his expensive jogging gear, running along those paths, trying to look normal. But every step he takes is literally over the ground where his secret is buried.
That's it. It creates a physical tension between the surface world appearances, health, politics, and the underground world of death and secrets. The narrator saying, you can't go there anymore because you know what's under your feet.
It haunts the location for him.
That's the psychological punishment.
I want to shift to the emotional state of the narrator. Because while Mr. C is worrying about his landslide, the narrator is in this state of agonizing suspension. There's a line that really stuck with me. I keep straining my ears to hear a sound.
Straining. That's a very deliberate word choice. It's not just listening. It's active. It's painful.
Yeah, it's that feeling when you're alone in a house at 3 a.m. and you think you heard something and you just freeze, you stop breathing. That's the state the narrator is living in.
Desperate for a signal, a footstep, a voice, anything. But the tragedy is that all they hear is silence.
And the song gives us two possibilities for that silence. We've talked about the first, that someone is buried underground. That's the closure of death. It's horrible, but it's an answer.
But the second possibility is, well, it's almost crueler.
The lyrics ask. Or have they given up and all gone home to bed?
That line is just devastating. Gone home to bed. It captures the sheer apathy of the world.
It feels so dismissive, like, okay, the show's over, folks. Go home.
It speaks to how we process tragedy as a society.
Yeah.
A person goes missing. It's a headline for a week, a hashtag. But then if there's no body, no rest. People get bored. They move on. They go into bed.
And the narrator is left standing there holding the photograph. It creates this intense isolation.
It really does. The rest of the world has moved on. They've assumed the worst just so they can sleep at night. In fact, the lyrics state that, thinking that this lovely intern must be dead.
And notice the phrasing. They are thinking it.
It's an assumption, a convenient narrative that lets the public close the book. But for the narrator, that book is still wide open.
It's the difference between a news story and a human life. To the public, she's content. To the narrator, she's someone that I knew.
And that isolation leads to what is, I think, the most cryptic question in the entire ballad. The narrator asks Mr. C a question that repeats over and over.
Do you know what it's like on the outside?
Be outside.
This kept me spinning. I mean, outside of what my first thought was prison. You know, you're free now, but you should be inside.
That's a valid reading. The legal interpretation. Mr. C is literally outside of a cell, enjoying his freedom, his landslide. The narrator is taunting him with that.
But it could also mean outside the circle of trust, couldn't it?
Absolutely. The political interpretation. Mr. C is the ultimate insider. He's in the halls of power, protected by the institution. Chandra, the narrator, they are outsiders. Expendable.
So the question, do you know what it's like on the outside, is really asking, do you have any idea what it's like to be powerless?
It's a check on his privilege. He lives in a bubble where problems can be buried. But I think there's a third layer, a darker, more metaphysical one.
Okay, go on.
Well, if we go back to the beginning, the dead man's switch, if we assume the narrator, or maybe Chandra herself, is effectively gone, buried underground.
Then the outside is the world of the living.
Exactly. It flips the perspective entirely. Mr. C is outside in the fresh air, jogging in the park. The victim is trapped inside the dark.
Wow. Okay, that gives me chills.
In that context, the question becomes a haunting. Do you know what it's like on the outside? It's asking, do you even realize what you have? You stole a life, and you're just continuing on with yours.
It turns his very existence into a luxury he's enjoying at someone else's expense.
It's profound. Whether it's social exclusion, legal freedom, or life itself, Mr. C is inside the warmth, and the victim is cast out into the cold.
It really transforms the song from a simple detective story into something much more psychological.
And that's why this text works so well for a deep dive.
Yeah.
Donnie Doom didn't just write a catchy song. He built a narrative that forces you to confront these imbalances of power.
So let's summarize the file. We have a story that starts with the premonition, in the event of something happening to me. We have a lovely intern named Chandra who has vanished, leaving just a photograph.
We have our powerful antagonist, Mr. C, the politician terrified of losing his landslide.
Yeah.
He's warned to keep his mouth shut and to stay away from the crime scene, Rock Creek Park.
And we have a public that has largely checked out, gone home to bed, leaving our narrator alone, listening to silence and asking that one question over and over. Have you seen Chandra?
It captures a very specific kind of tragedy, the tension between personal loss and the public preservation of a reputation. The song suggests that for men like Mr. C, the landslide is worth more than the intern's life.
The ballad serves as a permanent record. It's a protest against forgetting. As long as the song exists, the case is still open.
It forces you, the listener, to look at the photograph when everyone else wants to look away.
You know, before we wrap this up, there's one final thought, a loose thread that I just can't shake.
What's on your mind?
It goes back to that opening line, the contingency plan. In the event of something happening to me, here is the photograph. The narrator is releasing this evidence because they fear they won't be around.
Right, they're passing the baton.
So, if we're listening to the song, that means the event happened, the narrator is likely gone, maybe buried underground with Chandra.
That is the logical conclusion, yeah.
So the provocative question I want to leave you with is this. If the narrator is gone, who is holding the photograph now?
That is unsettling.
The narrator passed it on to us. We're the ones looking at the photograph now. We're responsible for the memory. Did Mr. C ever answer the question? Or did he just keep jogging?
The song ends, but the responsibility shifts to the audience. That's a powerful place to leave it.
It certainly is. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the shadows of Rock Creek Park. It's been a dark journey, but a fascinating one.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that sometimes the most important stories are the ones hidden in the lyrics.
We'll see you next time. Stay curious. And maybe watch where you jog.
Sound advice. Goodbye, everyone.